don't want to be an entrepreneur? What if you want to use your digital brand to become an author, a contributing writer to digital publications, or just use it as a digital resume? When Pinterest first came out, I actually built a board called My Resume. It was a lot easier for me to link to all of my articles on a Pinterest board than it was when I didn't have time to build a website. Now I have a fancy schmancy website that I actually took the time to build, but when I was working full-time for someone else, I didn't always have the time to build out those types of assets. So if you don't have the time to do that, Pinterest is a great tool to use to showcase your links. When you build an online brand to get notoriety and recruited and hired and to build out your name brand value, let's say for sake of argument, it's a little bit different than building it to create a business. Now, you can build notoriety and then create a business, or you can build notoriety just to have a freelance side income. There's nothing wrong with whatever path you choose, but it is important to think about what the overall goal is as you're sharing. If your overall goal for today's video is to become a contributing writer to publications, you'll want to start writing for smaller tier publications as you quickly and strategically connect with the writers at the bigger publications. So it's like an onion or a Venn diagram, right? So you want to talk about business and you want to talk about social media tools for business. Where do those people intersect? Where do they come together so that they can help you and you can help them? Contributing as many articles as humanly possible is a great thing to do because it does increase your Googleability, which is not a word, you know what I mean. I think it sounds like a good little term. So it increases the likelihood that someone from a larger publication will find you online. And it's also a great way to pad your digital search results. So using your brand to get hired in a full-time job is a totally reasonable thing to do. And it's really important to remember as you share on social that is something people look at and that it is important to have a professional look and feel to all of your social channels so that you can make sure that you're always putting your best digital foot forward. Even if you don't want to be an entrepreneur someday, it's a great asset to have in all sorts of jobs. There's really no reason why it would be bad unless you work for maybe somewhere that requires a little more secrecy or a discreet digital presence. But in general, most brands, most companies will be happy to have an influencer on their team. And we'll talk more about that another day. But remember, when you're sharing, you want to make sure that you're putting your best digital foot forward and you don't ever want to post something that you wouldn't want your grandmother to see. Have a great day. Bye.